Greetings, Facebook viewers. Today's been another great day here at Champions Pharmacy and Herb Store. And if you were with us on last week, we talked about the cough medicines and things we offer in the store as the seasons change. And today, Dr. Champion just wants to share a little more information with you about how the weather affects nature as well as our bodies. Have you all noticed it's been really hot outside and all of a sudden it was just cool? So that's usually the time people get sick or get colds or things like that. So if you didn't check out our video from last week, go back and check that one out. And then we're going to turn it over to Dr. Champion. He just wanted to share a few more thoughts with you. Hold on just a second. Hey, Dr. Champion.
Hey, Jessica.
How you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine. I just got through exercising on my a little bicycle here, a lap bicycle. I did about 500, so I could stimulate my brain.
That's right.
So I'll be able to recall some of the experiences of life.
Right. I noticed after our video on last week, there were a few more things you want to share with your viewers about nature. You want to talk about that, Dr. Champion?
Yes. As we know, and let me share with you, I would wish and hope that you will send comments on the subject matter. Although we are involved in selling cough syrups, liniments, and everything that involves the wintertime or the change of weather. But sometimes we can oversell or do a hard sale. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I have experienced. At 92 years old, some of the things I have experienced in my life. Now, some of these things might be, that I'm talking about, might be new to the family.
Okay.
I don't remember sharing or talking about it. So, we know that the storm just came up out of the Gulf of Mexico and hit the west side of Florida, came across Florida, and went up in North and South Carolina, and I don't know where it is today, but it's still, it's still, the inhabitants are still having problems.
Right.
What does that let us know? It let us know that there is a change. There is a change in the season.
Right.
There's a change in the season. So we are just changing. As Jessica just mentioned, it was hot a few days ago. Then it cooled off. Last night, in sleeping, it got down into the 50s. So that is a warning that we should have when we go to bed at night. Make sure that we have sufficient clothes on to prevent getting chilled,
right,
or catching a cold,
right,
to prevent flu and prevent pneumonia.
So can I ask you a quick question, Dr. Champion? So what you're saying is, when the weather is changing, we also have to be mindful that our body is changing.
It's changing.
Okay.
The body is changing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me a couple of things.
Okay.
I want to share with you about nature. I know that we're living in a day and time where we got computers. We're living in cities where we don't see anything anymore. We don't even see lightning bugs.
Yeah.
Well, I was raised in the country where we would lay out at night and and we would catch lightning bugs in a jar, look up and see the stars and so forth. But also, we as well in a farming country, would notice at cotton picking time.
Okay.
Now this is coming up on cotton picking time. This is the end of September. Is tomorrow going to be October?
Today is October. It's October 1st.
Today is October the 1st? Oh, October the 1st done slipped in on us. Okay, now, in the city, I have not seen this. And I don't think I've seen it since I was a boy, which was over 90 years ago. There's what we call ducks, and we have what we call geese. And a geese is similar to a duck, but it has a longer neck. And in end of September and the beginning of October, you could stand out when I was in Greenfield, Tennessee, up in Wicklow County, in the evening, late in the evening, after the sun was going down, you would see some geese going south. And sometimes we would have people in the neighborhood would start shooting at the geese, and they would get disarranged, and sometimes they would just flow over. And I know that they would always be up high enough that they could scout out or be knowledgeable of water.
Okay.
A water stream. Now this is nature.
Okay.
And I was wondering, why would these geese be going from north to south? And that was nature. That was nature letting you know it was getting cold.
Oh.
In the Canadian and up in Alaska and wherever they were, and in the wintertime, it freezes. So therefore, it would not be a good place for them
to be
and to breed.
Right.
So what would they do?
They
in the end of September, October, you could look up in the sky, and you could see them in a V formation, look like a V formation backwards, and you could see them for miles and miles and miles, going south. And I had no knowledge of where they're going, but I found out later that they would be going to South Carolina, where it was warm, to California, and also to southern and northern Mexico.
Okay.
So this is one life experience that I've had as relate to watching nature.
Okay.
So
can I ask you a question, Dr. Champion?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So essentially what they were doing was they were beginning to prepare their bodies for the season, right?
That is right.
Okay.
They were the body, and they were preparing the body in a warm land so they would be able to produce.
Okay.
And another thing we have to look at now. You got a geese that was born in the south, in the warm weather. So there had to be a training period to get them involved in how to, in the springtime, start migrating back north.
Okay.
So it was a revolution. They would go what? They would go south in the wintertime. And it would migrate north in the summertime. Well, you said, well, what does that got to do with cough syrup? What does that got to do with your body? And the whole subject that I'm trying to put on you is that you got to prepare, you got to be mindful
Right.
Of your body, and you can't wear the same type of clothes all year. I remember when I was a child coming up, we had winter clothes and we had summer clothes.
That's right.
And now,
I think we just layer. We put our summer clothes, and we layer them so they'll be winter clothes. We don't have separate wardrobes like that anymore, huh, Dad?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Another life experience now.
Okay.
This might come as a surprise. I've never maybe I've never mentioned to my wife Carolyn, but her father, Mr. Walter Bailey, had a house up in what we call Shelby Farms. It was sort of isolated. It wasn't too much noise. It was grassy, had a pond, a lake, and so forth. So no one lived in the house at that time. And so I remember on one occasion, me and Carolyn went up there in the springtime. And we went in the house, opened it up, and up by the bookcase, there was a snake shell.
Wow.
There was a snake shell. And I didn't think too much about it then, because I had no reason to connect the forecast of winter. But then further on, I began to study the situation, and I found out that when the snake hibernates, it gets his water and it hibernates, and then he produces a shell in the wintertime, because he's what they call a cold-natured animal, to protect himself. Okay. Then in the spring, when it began to get warm, what happened? He sheds it.
Skin.
So that let us know that there was a snake had been hoping he wasn't still in the house, had gone out of the house and had joined the outside, where he could get some water. And so when he was lying in the sun would heat him back up. So I could go on and on and on and talk about how nature, we involved in so many things now, we don't even paying attention to nature.
Right.
I briefly mentioned about how caterpillars. Caterpillars become butterflies, right?
Right.
And how they, in the fall of the year, they dig in and the piles of leaves and brush and everything, and then they grow you wonder why they grow hair. That is for protection. That's protection from nature.
Okay.
To keep them warm.
To keep them warm.
And the same way with squirrels. I talked about that last week. What happens to squirrels? When squirrels begin to gather up a lot of what? Nuts. Then you know that there's a hard winter coming, because they have sense enough to know that their food supply is going to be short.
Right.
So I know this is an off subject, and we don't. But I was just also thinking, this also might help some students. They might be taking zoology in school. You might be taking botany. biology or some of the related subjects that you need to know about nature if you're going to become a doctor.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to become a scientist. It could go on. I could go on and on and on. And let me share with you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these things that I'm talking about today, I observed them. I didn't have no meaning, no thoughts about them.
Mm-hmm.
But later on in life, a lot of things were revealed to me as to what happened. So,
right.
So when your muscles begin to ache because you have a cold front coming in.
Or it's raining. I hear people say when it's raining.
Or when it's raining.
Uh-huh.
It changes your surrounding. Or when you have a cold pressure coming in, and your glaucoma and your intraocular pressure in your eyes change, or you get excited when it snows, and you get out there and you start shoveling the snow, and you get overheated, and then all at once you come down with a cold, or either in some cases there's been heart attacks because the snow is just what? Exciting.
Right.
Snow is exciting, right?
Yeah.
So you get excited with the snow because it's pretty, and you just work and work and work. So I invite any comments that you might have on the subject. And I grant you, that's the reason why I exercise every day, to keep my what we call my circuitomotum, my brain. As the cells die off, they are rejuvenated with the blood going into my head through the limited motion of the body that I have. And I'm telling you, these people that's out there suffering and with constipation, suffering from pain as relate to not being able to move around, just take some of my suggestions.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it, Dr. Chan, because what I got from this is the same way we can learn a lot from nature that surrounds us, because the same way they protect themselves for changes in weather, we have to do the same thing. We have to protect our bodies as well. Like right now, you have on, it's cooler today, so today you have on a jacket.
Yeah.
You have your jacket on, make sure you're dressing warm, make sure, does your diet have anything to do with that or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your diet has something to do with it.
Okay.
Make sure that you keep up with your vitamin.
Okay.
Vitamin help facilitate the vitamins in itself that does not do anything, but it helps facilitate the food that you eat.
Okay.
So the body will be able to use it.
Still preparing the body.
Preparing the body.
Okay, Dr.
So I appreciate any comments. Is there any comments that you see on the screen?
Not specifically to the subject, but we do have people checking in saying hello. Mr. Michael Harris says good evening. And we have Ms. Lonnie Suggs said, thank God for you guys, Dr. Champion.
Who's that?
Lonnie Suggs.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So we have people watching, we have people tuning in, and hopefully we can do more things where we're just talking. Dr. Champion has 92 years of knowledge, you all. And so some things he just has on his mind to talk about sometimes. And we enjoy that you all watch when we broadcast. We're going to try to do it a little bit more, but we'll see if there's anything you want to hear from the doctor. Please just let us know. And just remember, we do Hey, Miss Elizabeth Brown. We have a good women's vitamin called Inner Woman, and it has all of your vitamins A, B, C, your D, iron. It's a combination of a lot of different vitamins in one pill that will help. So that would be my recommendation for you here in the store. Anything else, Dr. Champion?
No, I think we covered everything. Just that we invite you to go to our website, championspharmacy.com, and look over our website, and you can place your orders. We have people standing by now taking orders.
I'm gonna correct you on the website. I'm also gonna post it to our page. It's championsherbstore.com.
Okay.
Championsherbstore.com. And you go ahead and place our orders. We fill them daily and get them out to you. Also, don't forget to visit us because we love to see your face here at Champions Pharmacy and Herb Store in Memphis, Tennessee, 2369 Elvis Presley Boulevard. We are closed until Tuesday. We're closed Sundays and Mondays, but we are open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 2. So I'll post all of our information to this video and to our page to make sure we all stay connected.
And if we can find the brochure on how the weather affects the body, we want to share that with you.
We sure will. We sure will. So just keep checking our Facebook page. Stop in and see us. If there's anything that you want to hear Dr. Champion talk about, send us a message, and we're gonna try to work it out. We're working out scheduling and timing and things. So if it doesn't happen next week, just check back with us, and we're gonna try to get it done for you because Dr. Champion is all about servicing his community and the people around him. So we really, really appreciate you all for joining us on today. So, as we end every show, we hope you have a great week. We hope you have a great day. The weather's really pretty today if you can get outside today. And as you go on in this week, we want you to do what, Dr. Champion?
Live like a champion.
All right. Bye, Facebook.